Hello everyone, I am doing my first voiceover, hoping to add some extra value to my videos. In this video I will explain what I am doing, and I hope it will clear things out on how I go through creating my pieces, what my thoughts behind them are, and the process that I use to choosing the picture, choosing the colors, and mostly the things that I look at before I even start putting things on paper. I will speed this video up a little to make it go faster because this took me about 2 hours to make, and that would be a little too long to talk through. This is the picture I found on Pinterest that I used as a reference. I look for pictures with a good contrast. You can see that the noses of the bears are very black and that it's very clear where the black and white values are. It's very difficult to draw polar bears, I figured, because they are white, so you don't have that much to work with, but I think I made the best of it, and I will explain how I went through the process. So first I started drawing the outline. I do this freehand. I start at one spot and then I continue drawing the best I can. It's not necessary to have it exactly correct. I'm not creating a realistic painting, so as long as it resembles the reference picture, I am quite happy with how it turns out. I also look for the shadow areas and try to draw them in as best as I can. They will help me figure out where I need to put my different colors of paint. I will let you watch the drawing process and then I'll explain to you how I start painting. I start out by wetting the area I want to paint. In this case, I start with the big polar bear and I make sure that the entire surface is wet. I start adding the colors next. It was very difficult to choosing the colors because polar bears are white, and I figured I would just apply my basic color scheme the way I'm used to. That's yellow for the lighter areas and white is just white. I keep the white if it is possible. As you can see, I am not making the entire polar bear yellow. I keep some white areas here and there. The darkest value I use is purple. It's my darkest purple that I have, and the midtones are either pink or orange. I am now adding my midtones. In this case, I chose the color pink, and I am putting it in the darker areas of the polar bear. I'm not really worrying about the colors running into each other. It's kind of my style. I just let the colors flow and go wherever they want to go. This is just the color scheme, the base layer, and after the ink is applied, you will see that everything will come together nicely. Here I made a mistake by adding the wrong color to the ear, so I'm trying to pick it up as best as I could. And then next I'm adding in the darkest value, which is purple. I am trying to keep a nice barrier between the big polar bear and the little polar bear, otherwise they will just blend in together, and you will see that I will keep a separate white line between the two when I start coloring these smaller ones. I love it when I see the water flow. That is why I wet the paper before I start. It creates a nice gradient instead of really sharp lines. So next I am doing the smaller ones, and I am applying the same technique that I just talked you through, so I will let you watch and enjoy. For the background, I apply the same technique, so I am wetting the entire background, and to make sure that the polar bears popped out, I chose the darkest blue that I have, and I am going around the entire painting making sure that the blue does not run into the polar bears. At this point the polar bears are completely dry, so it does take some time to let the painting dry. The next part, of course, is the most fun part. It is drawing in the entire scene with ink. I am using a little pen with Pelikan drawing ink, and I am using a hatching technique. There isn't really any logic to the hatching that I'm doing. I know that there are rules, but I don't really apply them. I just go along and see what looks best, and then I add more and more and more to build it up. The last part is adding the white highlights with white acrylic paint, and that concludes this video. Thank you everyone for watching and have a nice day.